Welcome to Bar TV. Saturday here at North Ipswich Reserve, we've got the under-13 knockout final. So the winner of this game plays the loser out of the 1v2, and the loser of this is out for the season. So we've got Goodna are playing against Redbank Plains. So we've got the Redbank team running from left to right from your screen, heading towards the river end of the field. That's a bit of a lifting tackle there, called by the referee under the safe play code. You're not allowed to lift in the junior grades. So Redbank, it looks like they'll take the tap. There'll be no kicking today. If you're not around the Ipswich region at the moment, there's a fair cool wind. They do say that there was some snow around Guyra and Walker and northern tablelands of New South Wales, so it is a bit cool, but sun's out and it's dry with no rain, which is what we want. So Redbank getting through their big front rowers. Good run there, made 5-10 metres. Yeah, Hooker goes into dummy half there. Lock is running a bit to the right-hand side. Goodna defensive line is looking pretty good at the moment. The 8's had his second hit up in this set of 6, trying to get that momentum going. To the halfback Jinx, and he's put the ball down. A little bit of a show and go off the left, off to the right, and then those tackles from Goodna just weren't good enough. He just was able to bump out of that try, the halfback from Redbank, which was Nolan. Noon, is it? Noon. Tyrell. Yeah, that was a good try. A little bit of a show and go, left and right, and found the Goodna defence not moving up off their line and not communicating. So so we've got the 11 about to kick for the conversion here to extend the lead to 6. Carter Perry was successful, so Redbank has extended their lead 6 to Goodna not to score. So Goodna hasn't. I don't think Goodna's touched the ball yet in this game yet. So Goodna giving away that first penalty and then rolling down the field, and and it was a nice little try by the Kynell Noon. Goodna getting ready to kick off here. Like I said, it is very breezy down there. So as you all see in the on the Bar TV coverage, the trees are blowing quite well in the background. So Goodna kicks off. The 6, Victor Perry, the front row. He's had a few hit ups. Oh. A 10 praise. Juggled that ball. Redbank seem to be moving the ball around a lot. They're actually making the Goodna team. Commentators cursed. Didn't play that ball properly. Referees calling a scrum. Didn't play the ball properly. Now Goodna actually quite liking that, because there's a few of the Goodna guys with their hands on their hips at the moment. Needed that break, but we've got to play the ball, don't we? Should we play the ball? Or was it turned into a must be a penalty? No. Yeah, must have been a penalty. Pushing down on the play of the ball. Oh no, yeah.
Hey Box, good morning viewers. Brian Rance here, joining you at the North Ipswich Reserve today for the elimination final. And what a great game we are having so far. Redbank got away to an early start. As they start, Goodner now look to bring the ball downfield. Young replacement there for Goodner, young Krasame. He takes a bit of a scoot out. They look then to the 5'8", Barani. Seen his older brother Barani. He played a little bit in the Ipswich Jets juniors and played quite well. Goodner now looking to still bring it back on this left-hand side. And he's through here, the young fella. Tuiate has just busted straight through a big lock forward. Changed angles and run through. Well, Box, that's a good comeback for Goodner there. They got the relieving penalty and take advantage.
Yeah, that was a good run by Salvation there. He stepped off the left and then ran through a bit like a hot knife through butter. It was, and that was a pretty good step for a big fella too. So it's good to see. Goodner haven't had. I think that's the first set of 6 that they've had the ball. So they made a couple of good charges down to their line, and then Salvation then running hard, running into a hole too, which is it's easy to sit there and tell people to run in a hole, but a lot of people just tried to run to the man. But he ran that hole, found that hole, and then was able to step the fullback and get that try, especially under the post. So they'll hopefully convert that to 6, and it's going to be 6-all here. So. We had a couple of tight games last night, and it looks like it's going to be another tight game here.
I'm with you on that, Box. I think looking at the way both sides are starting there. And it's good to see young fellas, and I said it last night to our Bar TV viewers and say it again to those today that weren't here. The beauty of this junior level football here, this under-13s, under-14s series, is you get a mix of body sizes, body shapes, and a mix of talent. But it gets spread evenly, and everybody seems to have their own unique skill that they're good at, and I think we're going to see that. As the conversion successful there for Goodner was by the young hooker there for Jesse Mene. A good little conversion right in front, where all good kickers like to take them from. As Redbank now bring it back to get us underway. I don't know whether that breeze will play much of a go today, Box. At the moment, it's steady, but I don't know whether it's going to help or hinder anybody.
Yeah, I think it's just going to limit the amount of kicks that they're going to do. Like I said, especially the younger age groups this morning, I don't think there's going to be too many people kicking for line. They'll be taking their taps. But I wouldn't like to be sitting underneath that wind at the moment, especially especially when the seniors start a bit longer. They might be putting a few in the air, and the fullback, it'll be a fullback's nightmare.
Agree 100% with that. We see young Barani there make a bit of an error from the kickoff. Just went forwards according to the referee. So now we see Redbank get in an attacking position here with a scrum to pack 22 metres out from the Goodner line. Well, this is a good attacking chance for Redbank. Let's see how they go. They shift out to the right here. Looks like they're going to go all the way. They come out here through the centre. Let's get it all the way out to their winger. Young Taylor here gets tackled. That was a good effort, good passing all the way along from Redbank. Redbank then go to Weisenhower. Weisenhower offloads to the big men. Didn't see who that was, Box, that caught it. That was young Perry. He's had a few big hit-ups there today. And we see Palmer now. Palmer pushes through and nearly makes his way all the way to the line. The big fella just having a good run straight up there. And they go for another big man to barge his way over. They're looking at Collio, and he's there. His players are celebrating, the crowd does, and the referee blows the whistle. Well, that was just straight up. Give it to the big men and let them keep going.
Well, I think that's probably what the Redbank A-grade team's going to do today. They're just going to get those big fellas and just keep rolling over. They got a team of man mountains in that Redbank A-grade team. So I think it must be the play that they run from 13s through to A-grade. But you use your skills and what you've got to your best of your ability. But Palmer and Colo, the 1-2 punch. I think that's what they've probably been doing all season, and I think they'll do it all game. But like I said, Goodner also have their skills with with Tavito when he scored his try. So I think that's what we're going to be seeing, a little bit of width from the Goodner team, and then that pure front rower, another front rower scoring a try too. So it's more smiles from me this morning.
Yes, it will be. We see young Perry makes the conversion there, and we see the Discover Ipswich scoreboard go out to be 12 points to 6 to Redbank. What I thought was good from Redbank there, they spread it out wide off the scrum. They went to everybody that they needed to, and then they went across the other way.
Yeah, it'd be good to see what Goodner end up being able to hit back after that try from Goodner. Like I said, Goodner made that mistake off the kickoff. He gave Redbank the opportunity. Now let's see what Goodner can do with their defence and try and force an error like Redbank did to Goodner. So that was a pretty good run by the Redbank 15, I think it was. Manu, I think. Redbank going out wide into the centre. Taylor. Goodness defence is standing up to the test at the moment. They've still got a good line speed at the moment. Now they give it to the big Colio. He was pushed back at the moment, but they didn't put him on the ground, so he didn't slow that ball down. They running off the half to the 11, which is Perry.
It's good to see kicking. There we go. There the kick comes. It's a nice little short kick being chased out wide by the Redbank outside backs, but a beautiful take there from young Patolo there from Goodner, and makes good yards. And the referee's ruled that Goodner pulled that ball out. Redbank pulled the ball out there, so that allows Goodner now to continue on with the charge. But that's the football gods, I think, they're saying, well, I think the referee might have got it wrong. We'll just square things up. Maybe the wind playing a little bit of havoc with that pass there too. I'm not sure, Box.
Yeah, they'd have to shorten those passes, and like I said, it is the under 13s. They're not as strong as the older groups. So they'll but we'll struggle with this wind with the ball. So they'll have to shorten their width and their passes, and have to concentrate a little bit better, change their game plan.
If you see Redbank here now, they get the scrum feed. They come out wide again to their outside backs and centres. He gets a good ball away. Probably wasn't needed. We didn't need to see that pass there from young Paul to Taylor, but Taylor's done well. Just picked up and ran it back inside. Couldn't now go across through their young half, young Noon. And Perry takes it up through the middle again to get Redbank to just on the Goodner 30-metre line. Out to the left through Noon, playing a good job as first receiver there. We see Redbank only make a couple of metres. That's through Takura. Hammer made that. And then out there wide now. Is that Perry out there with the ball again? Colio makes a good run there just on the far left-hand side of the field. Noon takes it down that short blind side. I'm assuming out there that was young Paul. Taylor. Come back inside. Noon puts it up into the wind. Let's see what happens here on the last tackle. Oh, beautiful little take there by Mene. And Mene scoots all the way across field. And we see Goodner now trying to bring it out of their own 10, and they get to the 20. Not a bad set there from Redbank.
Yeah, like I said, we said before about those kicks, they're going to be rocks and diamonds. You just don't know what you're going to get from these balls. So I think that's going to be what they're going to be doing, is just not kicking for positional, but trying to get that repeat set. And but it's good to see Goodner had a bit of courage and got those balls and didn't let them bounce, which is good.
And you've got to do that at this level and compete. As we see Goodner now start to get a bit of a run. He goes down the sideline, flag goes up and it throws the ball away, so it would have been Redbank's ball either way. That was good to see Goodner have a bit of a go out that right-hand side. And Salvation to a feeder. He seems to be the player doing the damage for Goodner at the moment. And because of where it is here, we don't see a scrum. We see a play the ball 35 metres out from Goodner's line. Goodner spread it wide here and right. Goodner not afraid to sort of pass the ball on those first early tackles and try and attack that right edge.
Yeah, they're going to push the envelope and throw it at them, which is I like that type of football. Sometimes they'll play off, but yeah, it's good to watch. It's entertaining, and that's what the people have come here to watch, and what people will be watching at home on their Bar TV on their devices.
Definitely, as we see that Goodna then went all the way to the right now, left. Sorry, now they're going to come all the way back to the right there. With Krasime down, he's centre field, 30 metres out. Coming out through Nooney, puts a nice high one up on the last tackle. Over to the right-hand corner there. Good chase from Redbank, but a great little pick-up there from Goodna. I believe that was Taylor that picked that up. And having the scoot then from dummy half. It was McKenday picked it up, and we see Patalo have a scoot from dummy half.
But how cool and collected was McKenday? He just relaxed and just sit there, no pressure on him, just wait for that ball to come at him. Like I was having a heart attack saying, get the ball, and he was so cool and calm and collective and got that ball and no stress, and yeah, it looks very confident.
These young fellas, they seem to have all the confidence in the world, don't they? Which is great to see. We see Goodna bring it out now with Afuta. A good little hit up, takes it to get him to 28 metres out. Goodna now sort of just looking to go one out a little bit there. And that's a great run, and he's just busted through the middle again. Is that Tuita again? He's all the way. He has gone 60 metres and has made it look easy. And before I thought you were being a little bit generous with going like knife through butter. He has gone like knife through butter through the boys there again and ran 60 metres.
Yeah, that was a great try, Val Salvation. Like I said, he's touched it 3 times, scored 1 try, tried to do something a little bit outlandish before and got caught over there, but he didn't run around him. He ran straight through him. But like I said, I like the way he moves. You know, he looks like he's able to step off left and right and has that confidence too. So, and he's an exciting young player. And I know Brian's writing his name down for the Jets development. So it's good to. I like watching these young kids coming through this age group because it's where they sink and swim. You know, some of the kids will rise and others will sit there and stay back. But yeah, all these kids develop at different ages, and some develop 15, 16, 17s, but others are developing and peaking at this age. But it's good to see these kids, peaking, and especially on a big day. Their family at home, wherever they are, could be watching them and watching their highlights all on Bar TV.
Most definitely, I'm with you, Box. Seeing the good young talent come through, and just kids who have got that natural ability, like Salvation with that natural footwork at the line. You can't coach that. He's learnt that playing in the backyard or in the school paddock with his mates. As we saw Jesse Mini make the conversion there, and on the Discover Ipswich scoreboard, that takes us to 12 points all with 12 and a half minutes left to go in the first half. The kick there taken well by Barani. Barani gives the offload, says, here, have a run. Big Goodna charging up, brings it from the right edge back to the middle of the field. That's pretty good work there. I think that was Big Tavu for Goodna there. Bring it across to the centre. Now they definitely get to centre field. Good defence there from Redbank, really pushing them back. That definitely was Tavu then. Young Afuta there, the number 8, taking it up. Gets him just the other side of halfway. You come back out here through Mane. Mane looks for Barani. Oh, Barani gives a great ball there then on the Sandu. I think it was marginal, Box. I'm with you. I think the touch, giving him the benefit of the doubt. Here we got young Salvation now, and he's just through. Fends with his left, changes ball into the right hand, gets around the fullback like he's not there, and he scores a great try. It wasn't the greatest put down, but how good was that? Fends with the right, changes the ball into the left hand so he can get ready for the next one. This kid is a talent.
Yeah, it's magic to watch, isn't it? Because as a coach, to see kids that you try and teach them from 6s to 7s what to do, and he was able to do that perfectly as an ex-coach and a player and a manager, seeing people who don't have the ability at the NRL level to do that, but to see a young kid do that on this stage and do it very successfully. He didn't even have to do it, but he did it because it's just instinct. It's been built into him. It's been taught and coached into him by his coaches. So, a credit goes out to his junior coaches to get him to where he is and showing those skills here on the North Ipswich Reserve and on Bar TV.
And to not only be able to do it repeatedly at that age, and to do it on what for them is a big stage. This is a knockout elimination final. Young kids, sometimes that pressure can get a bit much for him, but he's just treating it like it's another day in the park. Again, as we see young Mene take the conversion, so that takes Goodner out to 18 points to 12 with 10 minutes left to go here in the first half. Well, Redbank aren't completely out of it. They're only 6 points behind, but they've really got to do something about wrapping up Young Salvation.
Yeah, they need to. Well, they shouldn't target him, but yeah, what they need to do is they need to get him early before he gets that head of steam up, and get him and tackle him low, because they said he's quite tall and he's quite rangy, and he can get an offload. So what they need to do is someone to get there and get in front of him before he gets too much of the head of the steam up, and put him on the ground. But a great kickoff by Redbank. It's gone the 10 metres, found the touch line. So Redbank now have the scrum. So they get that return, which is good. Yeah, they need to get a bit of ball, especially in their half, to try and get back on this scoreboard.
Most definitely. They went for the short kickoff. We saw a short kickoff in last night's grand finals for the under-13s and 14s Division 2. Those short kickoffs work, and it's paid off for Redbank here. Oh, no. Redbank fully lined out to the left there. Carmo picks it up from the scrum, goes out to his centres. They spread it wide there. That looks like young Olberg out on that left-hand side. No, incorrect. It's Patolo. No, Wheeler. Oh, there's some calls there for maybe a penalty in the scrum. And he had let him lay on him for a long time, but that's the referee's call there. We see Takura there takes up to take Redbank to be 22 metres out, right in front of the sticks here. Which way are they going to go? They look then to use... Is that Perry going up there then? Lapati, big Lapati. My apologies. Here's Perry. I can see Perry's lined out here, but they don't use him. They go with the 15, Tahiti. He takes them to just on 10 metres out to the right-hand side of the uprights. And Redbank boys appealed for a penalty, and they got that there. Just a bit of an unsafe tackle. Not looking to take the two here, but they're going to probably tap and go. Would have been close. I didn't see the hand go up. But I do miss quite a few things, Box. Really like my playing days. Here we go. The big young fella lines it up. Takes them right into the sticks, and they get another back-to-back penalty for the same thing there. Just a little bit too high. These boys sometimes forget about that they can't go above what is their club badge on the jerseys, because it's a safe play code. We don't want to see tackles around the shoulders or anything like that. That was a shame. That was a good hit up and a good run by Lapade there into that. Now they go out wide. They definitely go very wide. He steps. That looks like Taylor there in the centres. And the boys think he's over. He's celebrating. The referee's pointing. And there we go. And Redbank have just come back. They just persisted and thrown the ball about to take us to 18 points to 16.
Yeah, that was a good wide ball, especially in this wind. And, Taylor, the left centre, got on his outside man and was able to get that ball down in that corner, which is hard to see from our angle. But, it's Redbank hit back now. But the biggest thing is it's goal kicking today is going to be crucial for, scoring tries underneath the goalpost is going to be gold today. So, it'll be interesting to see the skill level of our goal kickers will be at premium today. Like I said, we were pretty lucky in the 14s yesterday. We had two really good goal kickers that didn't miss any at all. But then the poor Barbarians team couldn't kick Custard. The skin off the custard yesterday. So, but geez, that's a good strike, and he's got it. Oh well, the good commentators curse.
You've done well there. Keep going that way. That's young Perry. Yeah, but he struck it well, as we see the Discover Ipswich scoreboard go to 18 points all with 6 minutes left to go in the first half here. I really am seeing a difference in the two sides here. Goodner not throwing the ball about quite as much, whereas Redbank, they're using all their skills. They're getting those big fellas to punch it up and draw defenders in, and then they look to go out to their backs and wide, which is really good, and that's good coaching. Goodner not quite doing it just as much. They're just relying on a couple of the bigger bodies to get up. As we get underway here again, and they kick off to Redbank's right-hand side. Young Perro looks like he's picked the ball up there and charges up nice and hard. That gets Redbank to within 30 out from their own line. They now go to centre field, just 12 metres short of halfway. Lapidi takes it, gets them another 4 or 5 metres, still in the same area. They now go down that left-hand side turns it back underneath there. It was a good job by young Noon to turn the ball back underneath. And he backed up and gets pass away and manages to make a few more metres just to get him 5 metres Goodna side of halfway. The Goodna line not really moving up there, allowing Redbank to make some good yards there as we get a fifth and last tackle 35 metres out from Goodna's try line. Young Noon puts a low grubbering kick in over the back, but it's cleaned up quite nicely there by young Miller from Goodna. Oh, and there's a strip, and the referee has ruled he's actually lost it. So this will put Goodna in a good attacking position, Redbank in an attacking position.
Yeah, that was a good call by the referee. He wasn't playing at the ball. It was the ball was a bit loose and it come out in the art of making the tackle. So yeah. Goodna put themselves under a little bit of pressure now. Now they've got to defend. 4 minutes to go before half time. So it's we'll see what happens on it. And got a few of the big fellas from Redbank sitting out wide at the moment to come off this scrum.
As Goodna go out to the left off the scrum there. It was a very good tackle. That was this 5'8" Barani. And I know Barani's older brother, the little winger there coming in for Redbank there. Young Wheeler, is it out there? Here we now go look to Lapardi. He's making good yards. He's running well. The Goodna forwards are all having a good run when they get the ball here. The Redbank forwards, sorry. Turn it back underneath there now for Hammer. No, Tahiti. Tahiti it is. Redbank now coming across. There's the kick there from the young half. Oh, and what a pickup there by Robinson for Redbank. Was it Paul, was it? It was Paul, the centre. That's a great pickup. A good little kick from Noon. That's good football again from Redbank.
Yeah, Goodna were asleep. They weren't expecting that kick. So, they were expecting to go to the hands, and then the kick came out, and then the Paul was sitting there, and a perfect bounce. Ball bounced straight up onto his chest, and turned that into to 4 points.
See the referee call out Barani here to have a talk to him. Not sure what's going on or why, but maybe the referee just wants to clear some things up. We've seen even in last night's finals, and we've seen it again today, the referees are trying to really control the game so we get a good game of football and they don't have to blow the whistle as much because that makes life that little bit easier. Well, I mean, you say tough kicks. I think this is another tough kick here, but the way young Perry kicked this over before, I don't think he'll have much trouble here again. And we're definitely starting to see Redbank throw that ball around a little bit. Considering the wind, with what you said earlier, I thought they'd be throwing some short stuff, keeping it up the middle. Good that they're backing themselves, and it's paying off for them. They've now got out to that lead of 22 points to 18. Hopefully be 24-18 here now. As the clock goes to under 2 minutes here, so they may only get the ball back for one set. We have seen, though, and it's going to happen at any level of finals, isn't it, that sides are going to be close. Hopefully, and that's what people want to see is close games, and I think our Bar TV viewers are getting some good close games. As Perry lines up there with the left foot and just makes it look easy from there. That lad can kick, and that sees the Discover Ipswich scoreboard go to 24 points to 18. And we have a minute and a half left. Goodna still got some good body language there as they jog it back out. They're not trying to drag the scoreboard down or anything, so that's good to see from there. Well, Box, what do you reckon is going to be said at half-time here by the coaches?
Yeah, I think Redbank's coach would sit there, would be quite happy with their performances. They were playing better as a team, and Goodna were just relying on their one player who scored all three of their tries. So, as Redbank will sit there and say, keep going well, but we just need to target the 13 and just make sure we get some contact on him. But Goodna probably just needs to, use their whole team and use their full 13 on the paddock.
Well, he's got his confidence up there, young Paul, after that try, and he's done well. He's got the offload away again. We see Tahiti go across, takes us to centre field. Redbank right on halfway, centre field here. Young hooker has a scoot, realises the markers weren't there, and just gets taken down, and then a good driving tackle to keep him right where he was. And it's forced the knock on. Well, that's great work from McKendy there from Goodner. Good defence. Good. That might be what Goodner need here, just going into half. Well, Bar TV viewers, wherever you are and watching, welcome back to the North Ipswich Reserve for the elimination finals in the under-14s here. Under-13, knockout final here at North Ipswich Reserve. As Redbank get us underway, they're running right to left in the red and blue, and in the blue and white are the Goodner Eagles. Score currently is 24 points to 18. As Goodner get their second tackle, 10 metres short of halfway. Well, Box, look, good first half here. Looking forward to a very exciting second half.
Yeah, be interesting to see what will happen. Like I said, Goodner need to be the first to score in this second half to get back into this game. Goodner just, like I said before half time, they just need to probably use their 13 players that they've got. They got the 5'8". Masai has been playing quite well, and as well as the centre flavour. You know, they got a lot of confidence, and I don't think they've touched the ball that much. But it looks like there's a penalty there to give Goodner a leg up that they need in the start of this second half.
That will be a good way for them to go as they get the penalty 10 metres inside Redbank's half. Don't go for touch. They take a tap and they bring it out wide here. And there's a big fella for Goodner to eat. He's done well, gets down. Have another big forward back going up through the middle to try and get into about 20 metres out. He doesn't go to ground there. That was a good run by Afuta there. We go out left. Barani there gets hands on the ball, gives it to the young fullback Blanche, steps off his left and gets down to about 12 metres short of the line on the left-hand side. Big Lualami there lines up, comes forward, draws four good Redbank defenders. The referee calls held. He's 8 metres out, just to the left of the uprights. Oh, they changed the ruck, side of the ruck there. Is that young Salvation there? Didn't look quite as devastating there with that run that he had. Oh, and diving over from dummy half. It looks like we've got a try for Goodner there. That was done very easily. And was that the young hooker? Box, I couldn't see who we had there. He's running, he's sprinting back to halfway. Anyway, that's a good sign from Goodner there that they're wanting to get back and get on with it. They've scored the try and they're not real worried about celebrating or hanging around down the end there. And that takes us to 24 points to 22 with only 3 minutes gone in the half.
Yeah, Redbank looked like they were asleep there at the ruck and didn't expect the little fella to burrow underneath and score that try. They were expecting to go out wide to Salvation or their other big front rowers that they've the Futa that they've been using to do some crash balls. But sneaky little play by the stand-in hooker at the time, and now has put them back into this game. With as I said, that they weren't out of the game, but like I said, they needed to score first, and looks like conversion looks a bit short with this wind. It was on target, but kicking into this wind, it's unable to convert. But score remains Redbank 24 and Goodner 22.
Well, I'm with you, Box. I think Redbank just went off the ball there. They saw Big Salvation have a run and a go at the line. I thought, we've stopped him. We're right. And then the little dummy half just manages to get over there. Now, let's see what Redbank do from the kickoff here. You get us away. Oh, and they've done a short kickoff. It's gone great. And they've got it back. So Redbank are definitely on the attack here. I think that was number 15. I think it might have been number 15, Mananu, that did score for Goodner down the end there before, for the viewers at home that were watching. Now, Redbank are only 15 metres out here. They come across to the left-hand side. That looked like that was young Perry there. Lapardi. Good eyes there. Lapardi's got him to right at centre field. They go out to the right-hand side there. to Palmer. And Palmer has got across. I'm pretty sure he's there. And the referee says, yes, we have. Well, we've definitely got a game of football here now, don't we?
Yeah, it looks like they're going from try to try. So, I said both coaches will be having a conversation about, fixing their defence at the moment. Like I said, 5 minutes in, and we've got 2 tries in 5 minutes. So I think the boys need to switch on. It's not half time anymore. You're playing the second half, and if you lose today, there's no next week. So I think that's what they need to do. They just seem to be falling asleep on their line, and the last 2 tries just been pretty soft defence off their own line. They just need to move up, have some conversations, and talk to each other in defence.
Yeah, as you say, Box, they've got to get up off their line. I think that's a hard thing to get into, well, not just young footballers, old footballers as well. Don't stay on your line in defence when you're there. Perry gets a conversion, most successful. And that takes us to 30-22 on the Discover Ipswich scoreboard with only 6 minutes gone in the half. Yeah, if they can just get off their line, I think they would do a lot better, both sides here. But they definitely need to wrap the ball up. But smart play from Redbank there at the start of it, coming back after being scored against. Went with the short kick-off, chased hard, and got the ball back. Weren't concerned with trying to just make a tackle. I think that's good competitive footy.
Yeah, it's a little bit interesting. They're going to be kicking short here, and they've all gone back to the try line. So they're not going to kick down to that try line. So it's a little bit they luckily got away with that. They got a good bounce that bounced up to them, but these teams got to start defending against these short kickoffs with this wind and start changing the way they play, because I said Goodner nearly got that ball back from Redbank.
As we see Goodner make a great defensive effort there, just pushing Redbank back. And that's what they need to be doing, is just keep coming up, making sure they don't get out too far over the other side of halfway. And again, some driving sideways defence there from Goodner. Baruni's sort of been leading the charge here a bit. He's been involved in everything since the kick-off defensive-wise. As Redbank sped wide out here, come out to Wheeler. Wheeler steps off his left foot, but he's taken and stopped there by Baruni again for Goodner. Baruni's holding a bit of an injury to his lower stomach there. As Redbank go out to the right here. Is that Pitter there running the ball, the big 13? As we get to the last tackle with Redbank 5 metres short of halfway. We go out. We see Noon give a kick, and that was Laparty, on that run. Kick didn't get very far in this wind. Goodner looks to run the ball back, and it's a great run. He's gone up through the middle, made 13 metres, and that ball, that was taken a little high, and the referee does agree with him. And just under the safe play code, I think that just come around the shoulders, but still, we don't want to see anything like that happen. Could cause an injury.
And that was a good run by McKendy, and like I said before, like every time he's had the ball, he's looking elusive. He's just not getting the ball enough. They're not getting the ball to him. Like I said, he stepped 3 or 4 people and made a 20-metre break, but he's sitting out there to the left. They need to give him the ball and give it to him early.
I'm with you. If he can do that, he'll be getting it to him all day. As we see Tavui come up through the middle, and Goodner get another penalty here. Marker's not square, according to our referee. So that's giving him some more real easy metres and just a basically repeat set. The referee's going to pull up here. He's given away a couple of penalties. So here's the chat he's going to have with the captain, young Noon, the halfback, and just to say, hey, we can't keep giving penalties away like this. If we do, we're going to have to sit someone out in the bin. I think that's what he would have been saying there, Box, you think?
I think so. I'm surprised the referees don't have a push play on it, so because that's a spiel that they do all the time, and which is good. They can't sit there and say they weren't warned and they didn't know what was going on.
Oh, exactly right. It's good to go across to the left side there. Is that Young Salvation with it there again? And he is looking absolutely devastating there today, the way he's running around. As he gets Goodner to within...
Taunting their defence?
I don't know. I think he was taunting there. We go across... Oh. Young Baruni there he had McKendy running in and he just opted to go himself. I don't know why he did that. No, did not. As big Lulama there gets well stopped by Redbank. Good defensive effort there. But Redbank have had an injury, looks like, to Tikora. Has gone down on the line there with something. But we'll see how good league safe staff come out there now.
Yeah, like I said, they've that inside ball to McKendy was on, and Bakani should have probably passed that. Like I said before, they've got some strike power there. They've got some skills. Use them. They're not out there for nothing. They're your teammates, and give them the ball, and you could be back into this game and get squash that lead that Redbank have over Goodna at the moment. But it looks like a lower leg injury, an ankle injury from the Redbank player. The sports trainer's got him up. Did he get a bit of a sponge, did he, or the spray? But he's up and going now, which is good.
Definitely, as we see, they go out there. Here he goes, Barani now gives it to McKendy, and it's like you wrote the script for them there, Box. You said they had to give it to him. They get down close to the line, they give it to him, and that now sees the score go 30 points to 26 with 20 minutes left to go. And look, while it's great and exciting to see tries here, we're not seeing a whole lot of great defence at times, are we?
No, he was untouched there. Redbank just fell asleep. They didn't slide across and didn't think they were going to go there because they haven't gone there all game. So they're thinking, they're not going to do it. But it was good that they did do it. I can guarantee you that their trainers and sports trainers would have been saying, given the same message that I'm giving to them here on Bar TV, is get the ball out there. It's on out there, and you're going to score. So give them the confidence to back the advice from the coaches and their sports trainers who are giving them that advice, and they're getting the rewards on the scoreboard. Now they've got a bit of a kick 5 metres to the upright now, so he should get this because of his previous skills. But I didn't curse him. But now on the Discover Ipswich scoreboard, Redbank 30 down, Goodna back to 28.
And look, I'm surprised McCundy's not getting the ball out there more because he is their captain too out there today. So you think as the captain you'd be saying, hey fellas, give me the ball. And they'd be listening. But, well, hopefully here, Redbank, we've seen them try a few things with short kickoffs and it's paid off twice for them. Are we going to see the same thing here, do you think?
I'd be kicking it short with this breeze, and but there's a big gap in that middle there at the moment. If they just get over that first line, they've gone long.
They have gone reasonably long, and there is no one back there, and it's going. It may go dead in goal or touch in goal, and it's dead in goal or touch in goal. They've pointed back to the 20 metres there. No, and the referee said no, it's actually a dropout here. Sorry, so that's still a good result. A better result for Redbank.
Yeah, it looks like the breeze must be coming from the city or the river end, blowing towards North Ipswich or the Warrego Highway. So that's the way the wind is blowing at the moment, and they use that wind to their advantage.
Smart football from Redbank there again, starting to mix up their kickoffs a bit, and it's working for them. Hopefully, it keeps keeping them in front at this stage. Now, there's going to be a dropout here. Let's see whether it's a bit of a short one, if there's much chase. No, they go for a medium length, but for their age group, that's not bad. Oh, the big fella, Lama, just doesn't quite get it at the back, but now he gets up, gets a bit of a run, half bumps someone off, and we're going to see him taken down 25 metres out, right in front. Come to the left-hand side here. We're looking at Palmer running it up. That's a good run from Palmer there. Now let's see, Redbank look like they're set. Well, they didn't really know where they were going to go there then. Pitter was just sort of stepping right, stepping left, and didn't really do anything with it. The young halfback, who was it there? He's seen something, but it wasn't there. Are they going to have a look? Where's Perry? Perry is the man they need to have a look for here. And the Peter there gets there as we get to the fifth tackle, 1 metre out, just to the left of the upright. The hooker has a look himself, and he thinks he's there. The referee says held up. The double move, and he's actually gone with. I did think that, Box, but I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, he was tackled, hit the ground, ball carrying the ball, hit the ground, and then got back up and then planted it down. So I could, the referee's in a better position than what I am, but I could see it from here, which is good. Good refereeing, seeing it in front of you and backing your skills and confidence in it. But yeah, a little bit. They rued that decision to should have taken that tackle and then kept going on, and looks like McCundy's just taken it off the line and made a good 10 metres.
Like a good captain, as an outside back, he's led the way and said, "Righto, fellas, this is what we've got to do to get out of here now." It's good to look to try and bring it up a bit further. Patolo's had the ball stripped in a one-on-one strip. That's great from Redbank. And he gets the offload away there now. Great football. Noon passes out to the right again. They're still there. And he's going to keep punching all the way on that right-hand side. That was good football from Redbank. Exciting. The crowd going up. And the young dummy half dives over. No mistake this time. And away we go. He gets up, celebrates. That takes the score. 34 points to 28.
Yeah, that was a great effort by Colo by one-on-one strip, and then the ability to then to get offload, and then Redbank then took it out wide, got a quick play of the ball, and another little sneaky dummy half run, which a lot of them do at this age, and caught Goodner napping. So yeah, it's a bit of a seesawing game at the moment, but it's entertaining, and Redbank a little bit ball went flying after that try. They're quite happy. They're backing themselves in their ability.
And that was good. Like that, not only was it good to get the one-on-one steal, in the middle of traffic, he had 2 or 3 people around him, got his big arm up and over and got the offload away, which allowed him to get better field position and down there. So as a coach, that's something you'd be definitely congratulating him for. Now, as you look at young Perry, he's going to try and line this kick up to... I think I'm going to back him in here. He's a left footer. He's on that side of the field. And, waved away.
It looked good. He didn't miss it by much. So he's it's interesting to see a second row left foot kicker. He's got a lot of strength in his kicking, because I said he's making these metres quite easily.
Yeah, and that wasn't the shorter distance. It was probably just a little bit off there. Now, will Goodner try for the short kick off here and have a bit of a think about it? Redbank think they might. They've got 4 boys up on the 10-metre line. But there are a few gaps out there. As Mene gets us underway with a fairly short one, taken quite convincingly there. Redbank, 12 metres short of halfway. Perry has a run straight away off dummy half. Gets to within 8 metres of halfway. It looks like Colio lining up to have a go there. They pass it out. No, they're going to come. And no, there was a knock on there. Well done, referee Box. You spotted that?
Yeah, he dropped the ball in the play. He just bumbled it when he's trying to get up. So yeah, good call by the referee. And now Redbank are handing that ball back over to Goodner. So they'll be wanting to hit back in the scoreboard and trying to get it closer now. So it's interesting to see if Redbank now can defend against this error. So yeah, it's an exciting game. I hope everyone's enjoying this at home at Bar TV, wherever you're watching it. But this is game 1 of 6 today here at North Ipswich Reserve. So two junior games, and then we start with the seniors after this next game.
Most definitely is good in the feet. Now Barani takes it. He's short, goes down the short side where he's got Karundi on his outside. Palms off one defender. Loses the ball backwards. No, the referee said that was lost forward. That was a shame. Barani's down, injured there. Well, they had their 2 strike weapons on that side, and it just didn't pay off for them. I'm with you, Box. He has to pass that. But we don't want to see that injury here. But, talking on when you were just mentioning with Bar TV there, you showed me last night Bar TV have some great social media stuff, the ability to replay tries almost instantly. Been some of the best coverage I've seen for a while of not just local football here, but local football everywhere from Bar TV. They're doing a really good job.
Oh, it's yes they're generating a revenue, but this is great for families and loved ones who are anywhere in the world. Like I said, we were commentating on a game at West End during the season, and one of the West End old boys come up and saying, "Oh, my cousin is living in Mackay and he's watching us live on there and wants a shout out." And it's and to watch to make someone's day, or someone enjoy listening to your dribble or watching the football anywhere in the country or the world. You could be watching your family and you're missing out on these experiences. There'd be parents who are working today and can't get here, but the ability to watch the game and relive and be a part of the game and it's promoting the game, and it's also good for some of these young kids. They can do their own clips for trials and stuff like that. So it's just whatever we can get more people playing rugby league out in the community, in social media, is great for the game.
Most definitely. As Redbank get the feed here, they come out through noon out here. You're looking on a bit of an overs line. He's got another man, but no, he doesn't use the winger on his outside. But as we see, Taylor was taken down 15 short here. Laparte there, then gets to within 10 metres of halfway. Goodner, the fence was up pretty quick on him there then. Coming back across the inside. That was a pretty good run. Just saw where that was. Went against the grain there, managed to make a few more metres. And looks like the same, almost an identical play there. And he draws a penalty. Big Colio stepped off his right foot, came across and has managed to draw a penalty for, I think that was I'm not sure what the penalty was for there, Box.
I think the shoulder, the arm went over the shoulder, so it's over the safe play high tackle it was.
As we see Lapita make a good run of at least 10 metres there. Goodner to within 35 metres of Redbank within 35 metres. Another big hit up. Redbank really are using their forwards here well to try and gain some metres in the hope that I guess their backs are going to want to do a bit. Colio there makes some good yards, gets them down to within 20 metres now. There was no one pushing up on his outside, but now we've got Noon there at halfback. He goes out, he steps off his right to go himself. Oh, no, he's offloaded to the centre on the inside, sorry. And now the little hooker goes, but not quite there. We hear a lot of support for him from the crowd there, which is good. Redbank have numbers to the right. They don't see it. Noon comes to the left as it's the last tackle. He puts it in the air, going up for it. Oh, no. Oh, there's knock-ons everywhere. But the referee calls the knock-on first from Redbank. That was good officiating, but unlucky for Redbank.
Yeah, well, they're not resting on the laurels, not resting on they're up by 6 points at the moment, and they want to score more. So which is enterprising rugby league.
You see there, Baroni wanted to get away quickly with that 7 tackle set, but just didn't quite tap it in the right spot. Here come now Goodner, looking to use their forwards to move out again and hopefully make the most of this 7 tackle set as they get to just over the 40 metre line. But he's still going there, the big man. Big Tavu has got him over halfway. That's a 20. Oh, Lalima. Apologies, Bar TV folks. We don't see these kids very often. Very hard to try and remember who they are. Is it Sandy or is that? No, that's our man there. But we see the little winger here now darting about along Olberg. No, Patolo it was. Apologies. That's Tavau there going up through the centre to get Redbank to only 30 metres out. They now come to the right here. Afuta has a hit up. That should get them to about 20 metres. They're making good yards here, making good 8 to 10 metres each tackle. They would have to be the 4th tackle there. Bit of a ball spillage, and they're going to draw a penalty from it. Well, that's just what Goodner need, Box.
Yeah, they were, and it looked like on that tackle there, the captain McKendy was coming from the left-hand centre over to the right-hand centre, was going to set up to a play in this right-hand corner. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in this one. I can see McKendy's talking to Baccarini, the 5'8", and looks like they might be coming to this left side, right side. Oh no, I thought there was a penalty to Goodner because there was an arm in the ruck, but now they've dropped it, and Bacani is running away. No, said there was a forward pass. Was there or?
Yeah, not sure. I think he called a double knock on there of some kind, but that was still exciting to see. They made the most of it and jumped on it. I'll be a little worried there by their 5'8", Goodness 5'8", and centres pairing there. If they can just get through that easily.
They're electric, those two. They just, like I said, like we keep saying, they're the guys. They've got some big fellas that can take them to that position, but then they're the strike players that are going to put them over the line, especially out wide, one-on-one.
Okay, so Goodner do have the feed here, just the right hand of the upright, and they are 12 metres out. Barani as a half is on this side here. He's trying to give himself a bit of space and depth. They do have an overlap here. Well, we nearly saw a win against the feed there. Haven't seen one of those since 1988. The boys were trying to push in the scrum, but the referee said, hold up, here we go. It's picked up from the base of the scrum there. No, there's our man. He's going to get his third try for the day, and he makes a hat trick of it. Salvation does really well there. Well, so far, he has been the standout for Goodna. Like, they've all played well, but every time he gets the ball, he just seems to be able to almost score.
Yeah, I think one thing that helped Goodna there, because I think they were concentrating more on McKendy out to the left and what Bakari was going to get the ball, and they forgot that they had another strike player, number 13, Salvation, who they also have to worry. So, yeah, it is pretty hard when you've got 3 or 4 really good attacking players. You got to be able to concentrate in your defensive line, and it looks like that's what happened with the Red Bank defensive line. They just didn't know who was going to get the ball, and then they were expecting it to go out wide, and then he's picked it up from the scrum and then snuck down that not so much short blind side and scored quite well because it's pretty close to the upright. So this conversion is going to be quite interesting with 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's 34-32. He gets his conversion. That'll take us to 34 points all. And this will be a bit of pressure for a young bloke like this. Mene's had a good boot all day. But now that sort of pressure on. He's a left-footed kicker, so this probably suits him a little bit more than the other side. But not to let the pressure of this being a knockout semi-finals here for the under-13s. And and it struck the upright, and you can see by the look on his face, he knows that could cost them today. But I guess he's just got to shake that off and go on with it and see how he goes from there.
Yeah, hopefully Goodna learned from last time Red Bank kicked off and they get deep, and especially if they got that wind behind them, they're going to be trying to kick to the sideline and get that repeat set or kick it deep.
Yeah, one thing I've given Red Bank today, they've been smart with their kicks in general play and their kickoffs. As Noon gets us underway, he punches it down there. Oh, no, and we've seen a mistake. Well, Red Bank have had all the success with their kickoffs today, and once again, this exactly the same there. I don't know whether it's good luck or good management, but you'd take it, wouldn't you?
Oh, they just got to have that person catching that ball, and there was a catcher there, but it went over his head, and then went to the front row, and he got the awful bounce, and they should have those catches, that the half or the 5'8" or the fullback there to catch that ball to give to the front row. It just didn't pay off, and like I said, they should have learned from the last kick. They got that wind behind them, and they get really deep. So
as we see Red Bank now from the base of the scrum try to go, making no grounds. Young fella jumps into dummy half. He goes out wide. He's looking for his winger. Hangs onto it. He should have thrown it. I could hear the groans in the crowd, and I could hear Box next to me groaning too. That should have gone. And it's still on their way. Noon's there. Now Noon throws the long cutout ball to the winger. And yes, that sees young Wheeler go in for his first try of the day. But the referee has pulled it up and called it a forward pass. That'd be heartbreaking. With only 4.5 minutes left to go in the half here, and Goodna are up 34-32. They would have wanted that. This is now it's a forward pass. Can Goodna go all the way here?
Yeah, it's the touchy was right in line. So like I said, from our angle and the camera angle, it's hard to tell. But there's a referee and 2 touch judges said that was forward. But like I said, they wouldn't be in that place if they passed that first ball to him and scored. So they don't need to score, but like I said, they're up at the moment. But now you're just giving Goodna that opportunity now and see what they can do coming off their line, and you'll be giving it to those Futa and all their big fellas to foul, and they should be taking the ball off their line, but they've given it to their strike player off the scrum to try and get some meters, but going wide to their centre Bakari, and as well that they're making some easy meters at the moment, which is quite good. Red Bank need to stiffen up their defence.
Definitely do. You think this is where you need to lift? The message would be going out to lift, and let's just defend one set here, because it should be pretty good, and then get the ball back in good position. Barani now comes out to the right-hand side, steps off his right foot, goes past two, but gets pulled up there in a really good tackle right on halfway. Oh, and they draw the penalty for the second effort there. That was just strange. Complete silliness there from young Peter as the lock forward. Didn't need to give him that extra push. They just needed to get up and make tackles. What are they going to do? They're going to look. They're going to take the tap. And up they go. Here goes the big fella, and he's through. Again, he's just cut right through him. And that is going to put Goodner in front with 2.5 minutes to go. That's going to make the scores 36-34 with the kick to come. That is unreal. All day, they've just handed it to Young Salvation, to a feeder, and he has just cut him up every time, no matter where it was on the field.
Yeah, it's who'd want to be a coach? Like, honestly, like, Redbank should have scored and, should be in front by 8 or 10 at the moment because they didn't put that long pass in. That pass wasn't back, it was forward. Now, Goodner, get that roll on, couple of good hit-ups. The captain stood up with his McCundy with his effort and got that penalty, and then we just give it to Salvation, 40 metres out and scores under the post. A minute and 40 seconds to go. This should be converted. They're going to take as much time as they can. But what I'd be doing is talking to the Goodner team and say, you need to catch this ball off the kickoff because it will come, and they've had success for the last 2 times from the kickoff. So they need to have a catcher sitting there waiting to get this ball so they can ice this game.
Most definitely. He gets his 90 seconds before the clock stops, so I don't know whether we'll see the referee's hands go up here at any point. He's taken his third, maybe fourth drink there before he puts it on the tee. To be honest, if I was Goodner, I would want to run the clock out, but just punch it over, get back and line up. And Redback can't, if they do, can't get the ball back here and get a win. Redbank can't walk away unhappy here today. They have played some good football. They went up through the middle. They spread out wide. Young Noon, the halfback, was a really good ball distributor for them for Redbank. But, look, we can't go past our man, Young Salvation, number 13, for Goodner. Definitely was the standout player in that game.
Oh, of course, yeah. And like I said, and McCundy was probably the second best. Like, every time he touched the ball, he was inspirational, but he just didn't get the ball enough. So
they go for a quick kick-off. They don't go short. They go down deep, hoping for a mistake again. But a great take, and he's just going to dally there and take the tackle. There's only 20 seconds to go. And he's been dived on. There's a little bit of unhappiness from the lads there. And the referee's given the penalty to Goodner, and Goodner just said, hey, mate, look, don't stress about it. We know it's football. And that was really good sportsmanship there by Salvation, who's just come in and spoke to the Redbank player and said, mate, don't get stressed about this, and had no issues. And we see the crowd reasonably happy here today. And that take Goodner 38-34 in the under-13s elimination final here today, Box. Well, any last-minute thoughts there on the game, Box?
Yeah, Goodner, played for the 80 minutes. Redbank, not 80 minutes, the 60 minutes. Redbank were very close. Like I said, they've got to be happy with their effort. But just that last little bit at the end there, they cost them the game. But like I said, the effort was there, and I hope everyone enjoyed that at home. And we got. This is game 1 of 6, so I hope you're enjoying the coverage, and that'll be it from myself, Andrew Boxall, and Brian Rance here from Bar TV until the next game. Thank you.